What up, what up? Welcome back to 5 Minutes of Finance with your guy, Evan, aka The Money Man. Today, we're talking about organization, right? So a lot of the times we have it as owners, as leaders, as general managers, but do our people have it? Do our finance people have it? And it's very, very important that our finance people have organization skills. Organization is scale. If we plan to grow 800%, which all of us do, we've got to have scalable processes, and to be scalable, you need to be organized. What would that consist of, right? Organization helps you have speed, clean deals, prepared for a lot of deals in a short amount of time. Customer experience, we got to be organized to make sure that that customer experience is flawless, smooth, flows. There's no hiccups. There's no wrong spellings. There's no papers that we got to print multiples of or resubmit to the bank 5 times before we get the correct callback that we need, right? Speed, customer experience, energy protection. What does that mean, right? What is energy protection? Well, it keeps the finance manager in the zone. It's if we have a process that's organized, if we have something that's set the way that it's supposed to be, and we do it every single time, you're going to get in the zone. When we get in the zone, it's just like what we say about selling a car. When's the best time to sell a car? When you just sold one, right? Right after you just sold one. Same thing about contracting deals. So we've got speed, customer experience, energy protection. Organization is the heart of that. Another important thing that I stress, and I want you to stress to your finance people, because I promise you, I go into stores all the time, and they're not doing this, even if they say they are. We're not doing an interview and an interrogation. We're doing a meet and greet, right? Before we contract the deal, before we print out all of the title work and all of the documents, we're going to make sure to do that meet and greet. What does that meet and greet consist of? Well, I'm taking the title application and I'm taking the sales agreement. Think of it as I'm taking my DMS paper and I'm taking my CRM paper, because what happens usually, you got to push the deal over, and what happens if they're not exact, right? They don't push over the exact way. Maybe a middle initial, maybe a cosigner's not there, maybe a wrong address, maybe incomplete information, right? Those are just 5 that I can throw out right on the top of my head. And I promise you, if we do this meet and greet step, if we go out there and verify with the customer what they're buying, how much money they have down, what are the terms and conditions that they expect moving into this deal, and then set a time expectation of how long it's going to take you to get back to them, right? Go back to your office, set a timer. If you told them 15 minutes, set it for 12. Go out there and tell the customer after 12 minutes, hey, Mr. Customer, either one of 2 things. I'm going to go ahead and bring you in. Let's get this deal done. Or the second thing, I'm still looking through these lenders to make sure that I save you the most amount of money. I've never had a customer get pissed off that I've told them, I'm going to save you a couple $1,000s or a couple $100 over the course of your loan. Do you mind waiting another 5 minutes while I communicate with these lenders? If they buck, bring them in the office, right? I just say start doing it on every deal, every day, every line, every time. That's the key. Consistency, daily consistency. If we don't do this on every single deal, it's going to fall out of habit. It's going to make the organization fall apart, right? Which, number one, is the speed. You're going to be slower at what you do and more or less inefficient. The customer experience comes down to the inefficient, right? You've got misspelled names. You've got not the middle initial. You don't have a P.O. box. You're missing things on documents when you first meet that customer. First impression is everything. And then we're protecting the energy of ourselves, so that way we can continue to put our foot on the gas and move forward. This is the big picture item. Eliminate all negative friction before it reaches your desk, right? Before it reaches your desk. Before is the highlight word. And the best way to do that is to do the meet and greet, is to make sure to be organized, to have a process. Another quick little tip that you can do is implement a structured checklist that is line by line. Every document that you're going to have the customer sign or e-sign or whatever you have them do in the finance office, I want it in the same order every time. I say every time. We all know the deal, right? 90% of the deals, prime deals, whatever you want to categorize that, the majority of your deals, you're going to use this checklist, and your risk base, your credit app, your title application, your odometer for your trade, your POA for the trade, the insurance agreement, the buyer's order, the contract, and then any products that you sell. I still remember mine to this day. I promise, organization is super, super important in the finance office, and if you have any trouble with it, if you want me to reach out to any of your finance managers that I'm not currently working with, or I am, please let me know. I'm going to continue to push the gas to the floor. You know the saying, every deal, every day, every line, every time. Let's go.